All right. I don't know what the fucking. Okay. Let's see if I can do this real quick. Hey, Elena. All right, let's keep our fingers crossed that this works. Some fucking music on here, huh? I know all these fucking musicians. Let's fucking do this. We need a good platform. I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope it fucking sounds good. That's all I'm saying. And shouts out to my friend Sean. So hopefully everybody sees my notification. Okay, where people are coming in now. Guys, make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe. Oh, I'm gonna put the link in right now. Here we go. There's the link. There's the link. I'll keep putting it in for a minute. I'll make a wall of it. I'll spam it. I think that'll work. What's up, chilling back in there? The screen is on horizontal. Oh, it's not. When other people come in, it'll be cool. Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Well, I mean, I might have it switched to that. You got a point. I don't think I can change it now. All right, let's see who we got here. Oh, shit. Hold on. Sean.
Yeah.
At the stage. Okay.
I found it.
Ugh.
Pretty tech savvy. So I get stuck sometimes, but not much.
All right, cool. This is StreamYard's here.
Yeah, this is really cool. They have like a premium something of it.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, where'd he go?
Sorry, man. I got it. Are we back?
Well, brought that up. I don't care.
It's all right. It's all right. There's no mistakes.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Watch out. Here we go. Oh, I mess that part up every fucking time. That's the hardest part in that whole song, is that transition. Huh?
Oh, I was just saying hi to people in the chat.
Oh, I'm cool, dude. Okay. Can you hear the guitar okay?
You can turn it up. Try that out next.
A little bit more. Today, I don't want to do it too much. How's that? Is that too bad?
I can't hear it. I'm listening.
Okay. No, I gotta crank this a little bit more then. There we go.
That sounds
good,
better.
Huh? Good. Good. Do Oh, I thought my guitar was all jacked up. And it go, I can do that whole song pretty much. Would you have like any requests? I might know. I don't know.
I'm bringing Andrew on. What's up, Andrew?
Cool.
What's up, man?
Do some sweet dreams.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, my phone fell. How's it going, man?
How you doing, guy?
Good.
I'm Sean.
Nice to meet you, Sean.
Yeah, thank you.
So I go through my electronics. I have once I plug in the thing when I'm drumming, I won't I can hear you guys, but I won't have the I'll have to unplug it for the mic
Okay.
again. Is there a way to flip the camera?
I got you. Yeah.
How do
I
do
don't
I was wondering that
remember if
too.
you could. I don't remember if you can flip the camera on this one or not. I don't think you can. Maybe with the premium package.
that?
Or who would
If
flip
not, I
the
can
camera?
fix
You
it.
mean you? I mean, if you guys can flip it, by all means.
I'm looking.
I'll see.
I'm actually looking.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Did he drop out? I'll put him back in. Hold on. Oh, he's there somehow. Wait a second. What the fuck's going on? Maybe you can't. Or wait, there he is.
Yep.
But it
I
says
did.
he's there. All right, cool. Oh, I'm looking for Sean to come back in. That's what happened.
Oh, I see. I see now. So
All right, cool, man.
is this? It's flipped.
What is
What's
that's
going on?
so amazing.
I'm trying to see. It looks like it flipped my thing though.
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh, mirror my camera. I got it. There we go. Okay, that's good. Very cool. Okay. Yeah, where is Sean?
Absolutely.
Failed? He's gone.
Oh, he'll come back, I think. I think he's trying to figure. There he is.
Hey.
I got him.
Yeah, I went back one too many. It logged me out.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to go to.
I've
That's
done
a
that
nice drum
many
set,
times.
dude. No.
Okay. Now let me see. This should work. Once I plug this. I should be able to hear everything through. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Not bad. I mean, we're talking about audio. The audio don't sound too horrible.
Do I have to be a little bit louder or no?
I don't know. We'll have to see. You guys will have to. We'll have to
Oh,
experiment.
I got you. Yeah. Yep. You're right.
I've never done this. I've never done this.
Might be.
I mean, I've done StreamYard.
Dude, listen, my neighbor, the Ryan, the guy I was talking about yesterday, he knows, like Jack Robinson, right? He had his band called Mongo Huey. What's his name? He's right here, actually. You want to be on camera for a minute?
Nice.
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
I just wanted to.
I remember hearing about Mongo Huey. Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Who else was in that band?
It's probably
Was
the record
Jacob
player.
Settle in that band?
Oh, Neil Settle was the singer. And Jason Strapazon was on the drums, Mike Jenkins, and me. And I think we did 2 years in a row. And the only difference was the second time we played, we had Taco, Billy Morales, on bass. Because I taught him how to play the bass for 2 songs so we can do the talent show. And he just learned, and he has a band too called One Pretty Minute. They're really fucking good. That's awesome.
I'm just trying to get this set
and
up.
Jacob passed away, right?
Dude, Neil Settle?
No, Jacob.
Jacob who?
Well, I heard that both of them passed away. Is that not true?
Both of who? Neil's alive. Neil's alive.
Awesome.
He put my electric in when I had to move out of my other house. And so Neil is alive. He's not a girl. I heard that rumor too.
What?
Yeah, and Jason Strapazon's alive. I seen him. Like, he still looks identical. He still drives his little oh my gosh, the Nissan truck looking thing. Oh, the tracker.
Yeah,
I think, or whatever.
I'm so glad I talked to you, man.
Yeah, me too, dude. Like, you made my day. You made my rest of my life, actually. Because
I'm just so happy to hear these people aren't dead, because rumors.
Oh yeah, I got you. I mean, unless it recently happened, I would say no, because I haven't heard anything. Now, Dennis Holden is dead.
Yeah, you want to talk about that a little bit? I don't know how to feel, because
right now or later on.
Oh yeah, we don't. I mean, I guess rest in peace.
I'll give you the short. I can give you the short story. Basically, I saw he was in jail. Oh, where did he go? Shoot. There we go. All right. So he was in jail. I found out he was in jail. I haven't talked to him at that point in about 2 years, because when I came back, he found me. He stopped and saw my sister, and she said I was back in town. And he looked me up, dude. And it was the coolest day, like, in a long time, because I love that guy too, man. And so I got him out of jail. He had nowhere to go because it had something to do with his wife. So I let him stay with me. And over about a 3-week period, dude, he just really declined mentally. And I heard that he was hot-shotted. And I'll fill you in on details on a private line.
Right on. Well, rest in peace.
Yeah, it was crazy shit, man. It was crazy. And the day after we found out, I was going to have him leave my house, because he was just getting too psychotic for my daughter. You know, she was 3 years old. You know, and he was going crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Find it. Oh, okay. Yeah, bird, dude. There was already sitting. I know. I loaded it. Have a good one. Yeah.
What up, Bobby Jean?
Hold on. That's like a mix of Raining Blood and the other song.
Come on. Come here. Come on.
Angel of Death. Right.
There you go. Good little baby.
Oh, that's right. That's how it goes. Fucking. Whenever you're ready, dude, just scream.
Ah!
So that part is tricky. I don't know that whole song yet. Me and Mike used to play that all the fucking time. Remember that? Like, I would go to his grandma's and we'd turn it down really low in the living room, and we'd play through the whole Rust in Peace record. Like, I do all the rhythms and he did all the solos. It was crazy. Because that shit was hard,
That's awesome.
man. Like, and I learned, like, I've told people, like, the first song that I truly learned front to back was Master of Puppets, back before it was anything. You know, and I guess it's still down as one of the hardest metal songs to learn. I'm like, what? It's like, and I did it first. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I learned it all myself too. I didn't even go to tutors or nothing.
So that song had a resurgence with the Stranger Things TV show.
Stranger Things, yeah, and that was cool. You know, and it was good for Metallica. Like it was finally on the charts. It's never been on the charts in the top 200 until Stranger Things.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Here's the middle part. If I don't fuck it up, but it goes, yeah. Oh, see, I messed it up. I'm out of tune. I hear the littlest fluctuations. Like it bothers me. Right there it is.
What happened to Andrew? Let's see if Andrew can come back on.
Yeah, not to make it's it more weird, man. I got disconnected too.
Well, this is your very first time doing StreamYard, so you know we have to give ourselves a chance to see what how we do them.
Right. Yeah, I know, and that's the thing. We got to. It's trial and error at this point. All right, now let me do it.
Yep.
I don't know. I got to relearn that.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
What?
Do you got noise cancellation or anything on your computer? Because you might want to turn that off. No? Okay.
What do you mean? I'm on to my phone.
Oh, yeah. You don't have any kind of noise cancel.
Hold on. That's a good point. Let me look. Wait, did I lose you? Shit.
No, I'm still here.
Okay. Where would I go for that, I wonder?
I don't know, but I was just thinking it sounds like it's being hindered.
It could be. I mean, it's very much possible. I just don't.
Like the more it comes on, it sounds like it's filtering it.
Yeah. Let me go a little louder then maybe. And then I'll try a little lower. Let me go lower.
Yeah.
Let me go louder.
Let's try it out. Fuck it.
Yeah. Any change?
I think it sounded a little better. Try it again. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what it is then. Let me flip my phone sideways. I'll put the mic closer to the amp too.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah, try everything.
Better?
Uh-oh. I don't know. Go ahead. Hit it a little bit.
Dude, you know what song we should do right now? Johnny Cash's Hurt.
Hey, what's going on?
Yo, dude.
What's up, man?
You guys hear me all right?
Say again, what's up, Fox? Is this Andrew or wait, no.
Who the fuck is Andrew?
I don't know. What are you up to, brother?
Not much. I've been following you for a minute there, Dumpstar.
Oh, Death Metal. Yeah, that's my name, but it's Sean is my name.
No. I was talking to the other guy. I'm not sure who you are. No offense. I just don't know you. I've just never seen you.
Oh, I thought you were trying to, because I have Death Metal, and you said Death Star. I thought you misread it. I'm so sorry.
No. Sorry, I said Dumpstar is what his channel goes by.
Dumpstar. We got you. See, they're so similar, man. That's weird.
Is there some kind of is there some other moniker you'd like to go by, or what's going on with that?
No, that's cool.
Me or him?
I am him. Tim. Sorry, I can't get my left and right down right now. Can we smoke out here? Is that all right? You okay with that?
Yeah, smoke. I'm in California.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure because YouTube's been kind of strict about that lately. So
CBD, man.
You're in Cali now. You were in New Orleans a couple months ago, right?
Yes, sir.
You were skating. Yeah, you were skating. Right? You're a skater, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got fucking hurt bad, so I try not to go too wild.
Oh shit! What did you you roll something? What happened?
Oh, dude, it's on.
I absolutely.
It's on the stream. It's on the stream, but I went up a fucking quarter pipe, and the way it fucking cantilevered me down, it just slammed me on my fucking shoulder.
Slam
I
right to the
had
fucking
cold
ground.
sweats, couldn't fucking move my arm.
Ah, jeez. It's always the simple shit.
Real
That's what sucks.
painful.
Always the it's always the when I'm trying to do like a shove it or something, that's when I'll roll my ankle and fucking fall like, oh, I can't.
Oh yeah. I broke both my ankles. I got footwork for days. But I'm like afraid to fall, actually.
You can't be afraid to fall. Can't be afraid to fall. I fucked up my knee pretty bad a couple months ago. I didn't roll when I went over a crack and with my shoulder, so I ended up full force got all of the knee, and it fucked up the entire back muscle right there, and so I couldn't lift it for a while. I couldn't do shit. I had to rest on it. I had no choice.
Yeah,
it was fucking awful. But I'm back on it.
Yeah, man, you got to get back on it.
Absolutely,
I just started feeling like an old man.
Spit's on your head, man.
Yeah.
I've seen people 60s, 70s still skating. That's all in your fucking head. Yeah. It's all you just got to stick to it, brother. That's it. It's like this guy and his guitar, man. He just sticks to it. He's gonna be phenomenal. That's just what it is.
Dude,
yeah, you just gotta stick to it. You gotta be dedicated.
I'm almost 50, and I've been playing since '92. I did 20 years in the military. I was a submariner for 20 years.
I can't do. I play bass, but I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, I'm not either. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I mean, everybody has their own styles, and nobody's bad, nobody's good. Everybody's just different, you know.
Yeah,
that's right.
I like to.
Huh?
I was just gonna say I like to. What I like to do is just fuck around, and make a lot of like electronic music and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'd like to make like metal though. I love hearing people just do like the chug, you know. I love that shit.
Yeah. Oh, like hold on. Like let me see. I'll do
Hey, give me some zeros. Give me some D's and some zeros.
Like that?
Yeah.
I can play almost any Metallica song. I know almost a lot of Nirvana. And just random shit across the whole spectrum. Honestly.
You ever listen to Norma Jean? You ever listen to Norma Jean?
No.
Yeah, it's this band out of I think they were out of Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. They are unfun. They've been going since 2001. Unreal. Yeah. They're still going to this day. Yeah. Some of the best metal. And Norma Jean, pretty easy. Yeah. Definitely. If you never listened to them, you should definitely listen to them. They are incredible.
Yeah, I'll check them out. I love to hear new music that's good, you know, because a lot of the new shit sucks. Even the metal sucks.
Oh, no, it's got to be. I hear that a lot, and I feel like people just aren't looking in the right places because new music is coming out literally every single fucking day. Right?
Yeah, I'm going to look that up for sure.
Yeah, like there's endless amounts of music coming out of the pipeline. It's just there's so much that crap. You got to sift through the crap.
Right, I got you. You're right. I mean, I have a self-released on Spotify that I did 11 years ago, and it wasn't my band, but it was my wife's husband and his best friend's band called Frenzied Madness. And all I did, I mixed it, I mastered it, I played the bass on it, and we had a couple live shows, and it's on Spotify. I played it to Mike. He said he loved it.
You know what I hate about mastering is like I'll hear it back later, and I'm like, this still isn't done. This still, that sounds like shit. Yeah, I'm like, I was just doing that.
That's why
I was listening to one of my bands.
Yeah.
I'd rather hand it to somebody else because I know they could do it better. Like I mean, when you're trying to run an entire store by yourself, shit's gonna go wrong.
You're absolutely right, brother. Yep. And that's what I ran into because I belong to this group. Not anymore. old Facebook got hacked, but I was in a group where they was ran by professional musicians that they would give mixes of stuff that's real, you know, like, and I have like over 250 different mixes that I've done from like rap to metal to gospel to reggae to everything. Yeah, I'm getting ready to recompile them, and I'm going to get a website going for me and Mike, and to kind of compile everything. Front,
because like people started like it used to be word of mouth. Like I remember I used to go to shows and all the time when I was a kid. I was like 16, 17, and there was always like metal shows, stuff like that. And CDs were sold in mass. However, that's just not how it is nowadays. Hell, even Slipknot. Slipknot was recently doing an interview. Clown was saying that it's more profitable to release 2 singles than an entire CD nowadays.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you gotta be fucking.
Because the 2 years, songs, probably 20 years or more, like they only make money off merch if they're lucky.
So, but what he was saying is the 2 songs they released for that year will hit well over 1 million, right? 1 million plays. However, if they go and release an entire CD, that takes longer, and only 2 to 3 of those songs are ever going to hit numbers that will actually make a modicum of difference.
Right. Yeah. And that's the beauty of it, though. Like, it makes perfect sense, man. Like, and I get it. And that's what I had talked to my soon to be wife about music, and I've been listening to music my whole life, dude. Like since I was like 9 years old, I was really into everything. And, you know, to listen to a vinyl or even a cassette for that matter and hear how all the songs go together, you know what I mean? That's gone. And bands and these new bands that didn't grow up with that, they try to put albums together, but they just don't work. That's why they're only getting a couple plays. You know?
There's still some bands that are putting out some fire, you know, like
you're right. We have one up here called Altered States. Shout out to them. They are fucking phenomenal. I'll put a link.
There was a you ever heard of Dillinger Escape Plan? You ever listened to them?
Yep.
So the lead singer of Dillinger went and started a new band with a guitarist for Every Time I Die. Right. Okay. They're called Better Lovers. That CD, probably one of the best CDs I've heard of last year. Like
I need to go grab me a thing then, because
that CD is amazing. That, like I said, the band is called Better Lovers. The CD is called Highly Irresponsible. It's fuck. Oh man, the CD is so good. It was one of those albums that took me like 2 or 3 listens to really. But now I'm hooked. Now I'm hooked.
Yeah, I love records like that because you just don't understand them, and then once they clicks, it's like, wow, why didn't I get it?
Absolutely, and then it becomes an entire fucking mood. It becomes an entire fucking experience. Now you're like, oh, I've had history with this album, and now it's a whole ass fucking mood. I've had plenty of albums like that.
Yeah. What was the name of that other group you talked about a minute ago?
The group is called Better Lovers.
No, before that, the one before
Norma Jean. Norma Jean.
Yeah,
I'm writing it down so I don't forget.
Yeah, they've got a lot of CDs, man. You cannot go wrong with Norma Jean. It literally goes on forever, and there's not a bad CD.
Good. That's really cool, man. There you go.
Like, there's just something like Soulfly's like that. You guys ever heard of Soulfly?
Yeah, I know Soulfly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fucking Soul. I love all that shit.
That was remnant, isn't it? That's remnant of Sepultura. Soulfly.
Yeah. Well, Sepultura, like I've been reading about that drama. I guess like one of the members of Sepultura is going out of his way to try to remaster like the old shit.
Up,
one of the members is like,
they don't own that stuff though.
Yeah, that's where lawsuits start coming in. Fear Factory ran into the same fucking issue with Dehumanized.
Dude, listen, I saw Fear Factory in 1996 at the Strand in Providence, Rhode Island, opening for Megadeth on their euthanasia tour.
Man,
Yeah.
Megadeth, I will fight people over that. I cannot. Dave Mustaine, I just don't. I'm just not about him. I just, I don't
You
know.
know what? And I say the same thing. And like, I know a lot of people
He's an
hate on
asshole.
Metallica, but that is my favorite band. But he is an asshole. I'm listening to, I just told Mike, Kings of Thrash. Have you heard of that group?
No. Hold on, wait, hold on. So, well, these are two totally different people. So you got James Hetfield from fucking Metallica. Right. That guy's earned to be an asshole. That guy's earned everything in the book to be like you can't.
Dude. Absolutely.
Dave Mustaine, on the other hand, from Megadeth, is a drunk fucking retard.
He is.
Who could not even get half the credit that Metallica got.
Yeah.
He got kicked out of fucking Metallica after the first album.
Not even before, yeah. It's crazy. Like, and he's still crying about it. Like, get over it, dude.
No, there's one. Okay, there's an interview. You can find it on YouTube, but there's a dude who's like, he catches him right outside of his show, and he hands Dave a fucking rose. And Dave loses it. He rips it out of the guy's hand, starts taking a swing at the guy. He's like, fuck you.
What's up, Dumpstar?
Holy shit.
Well, the problem is,
what's up, man? White Monkey, how you doing, brother?
This is chilling, bro.
I hear you.
But yeah, but Megadeth though, like they have a lot more
YouTube
records, but they're not consistent. Like there's very few that I like all the way through. I like all their songs, but as an album, most of them don't work.
Hold on 1 second.
The only thing I can say bad about Metallica is all of Saint Anger. That entire CD is trash.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's fucking fire, dude, because it's something totally out of the box, and there's some good fucking stuff on it. The problem is they went way too long.
What about Lulu?
That's it, and no solos, but but I kind of like it. It's last on my list if I had to rank them. But
chillin'.
To me, like
good to meet you, brother.
Hey, it's good to meet you, bro.
It's either Ride the Lightning or Master of Puppets.
That's
awesome. It literally doesn't get any better than that.
You're right.
You got
Master of Puppets is still my favorite album ever.
Oh, there was some footage I saw of Metallica. Like literally, James is every time he's trying to sing, the crowd just fills. He's just like, all right. Okay, like he can't even get his own words out. Everybody's doing it for him. Like, that's how fucking legendary he is. When you have hundreds and thousands of people singing your song for you,
I know
that's unreal.
And people that don't understand Metallica's journey, I read so much on them. They did that themselves, man. Like you were talking about the tape trading, word of mouth. You know, they were a force to be reckoned with back in the day. And it pissed everybody off because they couldn't get it, you know? They were always ahead of everybody else, in my opinion.
But, you know, the landscape for metal really changed when you got things like the Family Values tour, when you had the rise of like new metal, when you had things that were like, for instance, like Korn. Nobody was doing shit like that except for Mr. Bungalow at the time.
Mr. Bungalow,
that's awesome too. Yeah, well, Mr. Bungalow, that's Jonathan Davis and Monkey had both said that is exactly where they learned what they were doing. That they copied that.
Yeah, Korn also opened up for Megadeth that same show in '96.
Oh man,
I saw them for they were nothing.
Korn's unreal. Like they've had such a good fucking like uprise and only success. It's been insane how far they've come.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, you smoking with me, Dump?
What is that?
You got Chillin' smoking right now.
Yes, sir,
What's
man.
Up, Chillin'? Welcome.
Hey, check this out, people. At Colorado's Best Cannabis, we get this for $40. $40 an ounce, people. At Colorado Best Cannabis in Denver, Colorado.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So go ahead. Don't mind me.
My Uncle James used to live in Colorado.
Right on, man. Thanks for coming on. All of you.
Right on. Hey, thank you for having me, brother. You finally get to see this loudmouth's face, man.
Right.
But just because they're selling their clothes at somewhere like Walmart, it's like, well, no. To me, the Black Album's where they sold out. That's a different story. Does that really
Injustice
distract
for all.
from the quality of the CD? Because you can't sit there and put in Master of Puppets and say, "Oh yeah, it's a bad album." It's not. That's
It's
objectively
not, no.
false.
But I mean, even Load was a good album. It just wasn't thrash no more, you know? And I've always had the opinion that, you know, all these bands that follow the cookie cutter thing, and they're the only one that's true metal to me, because they did whatever the fuck they wanted. They didn't care about nobody but themselves, you know, and they loved their fans too. But, you know, that's really awesome to me.
There was other bands.
Come
that were
on,
more like to
Keith.
keep, yeah,
Oh, there
keep
was.
the thrash.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like
on,
Slayer, for instance. Slayer's still going to this day. Still fucking doing.
Yeah.
They're not doing CDs, but they're still doing tours, right?
Yeah.
You can play right
right.
now.
Fuck
What are we doing here?
Yeah, no, look. Hell, fucking what is it? My trucks on my board are Slayer edition. Check it out.
Wow.
Yeah, hold on.
I want to see that.
Yeah, hold on.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Are they indies?
Yeah, collaboration between Independent Trucks and Slayer.
Right
They're actually hollow.
That's nice, dude.
Yeah, I love these fucking trucks, man. These trucks, even on the back too, it even has the Slayer logo.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
I don't know
seen
much
it
about
this bitch into the ground.
In that genre.
These are Parish trucks.
Hold on, let me take a look at that. Oh, you ride cruiser wheels too. What?
These
What
are
are
seismic
those?
urchins.
No, those
Seismic urchin.
Yeah, never even heard of seismic. Those are fat. Those look a lot like my fucking. Hold up. Because I got a pair of OJs that I use for real turf. You know, like some real bullshit. Like I use those 55As. Right, those 55As are great for tricks. But if I'm really just trying to get from point A to point B, it doesn't get any better than these fucking OJs here. These things will take on anything.
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh yeah.
What's up,
I
Brian?
love that board. I love that fucking board.
It's sick. I got it in Portland.
I tell you, I got a new board.
Custom.
Here's the next board I'm gonna get riding as soon as I'm prepped.
Hey, you put that tape on?
I'm gonna show you.
Did you put that tape on, Dump?
This is the next one I got.
Right on, man.
Soon to be ridden here.
Oh, that's cool. Arizona, dude.
Oh yeah, it's actually made by the fucking company too. Look at that shit.
Wow.
But yeah, I bought two of these.
7 ply.
No,
all right, hey Mike, I'm gonna roll. What time tomorrow? Let me know, and we can do this again. Get that drummer back. Where'd he go?
Oh,
I don't know. He dipped. But yeah, man.
But yeah, I'm
thanks
gonna
for
go.
coming on.
Call me later. Maybe we'll do something later on tonight. I don't do nothing, dude. Yeah, like I said, I don't work no more. I'm all financially set, so I have nothing but time.
Hey, I'm the same way, bro.
For us.
So
if we're live,
and I'll smoke later too. Huh?
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, peace out,
like
people.
Whenever you go live for just send me a link automatically and come in, or I won't.
Take it easy, Dump. Take it easy, Dump.
I
Thank
have
you
no
for
issue
having
with
me,
that.
brother. You were a great host, man.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you guys, man. Have a peaceful day.
Thank you. I've never done this before, so I appreciate it, man. All right, bye.
All right.
If it ain't letting me go, dude, it's
well, you can. Oh yeah,
that
you
was
gotta
really
go. That's
fun,
right.
man. Like I enjoyed myself.
You want me? Oh shit! All right, no problem. All right, hold on a second. Oh, Andrew's back. Okay, cool. There you go, Andrew.
Hey, yeah, I was messing with this thing. It was taking forever. I was having some problems.
That's okay, man. Now you can play whatever you want.
Hell yeah, that works.
You can go to town.
Okay. Alrighty then, that should be good. See if my audio is good. Okay. Is that heard?
Oh, all right. Be careful.
Did you hear that? Or no?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, hold on one sec. Is it saying that right? Alright, let's see. Do we have that or no?
I can hear it. If you can make it a little bit louder, that'd be cool.
Okay, let me see. It should be coming through that. It should be coming direct from the brain, from my drum brain.
Well, I can hear you talking, so.
Yeah, that's what's weird because it says that's what it's coming from.
It don't sound horrible.
Hold on, let me see something. All right, tell me this.
Yeah.
We should have like a direct connection.
Nice.
It's very weird. Is it saying it's better?
I think it's. I don't know. What's everybody in the chat think? Anybody there that could? Let's see what they think.
Okay. Yeah, that's weird because it's showing my audio as that, but it's also doing the other one, which is really weird.
Oh, it's got both of them on. That's got to be a setting somewhere. Oh, they said mute YouTube.
Did you hear the drums?
I did.
Just then when I just did that?
What's that?
When I just did that right there, you heard them?
Do it one more time. I'm paying attention. No, I don't hear anything. No.
Okay. Huh. I guess they said it's weird because that's picking up the thing. Like volume.
Yeah.
Let's see. That should be direct. Let's see this.
All right. Nice.
Let's see. I can do let's see.
They say they can hear you now.
Okay. See what I got for drumless tracks. Okay. There we go. Great. What do I have? Let's see. What do I have? I have
we need a sound engineer. You're right into the book. What's up there?
So I don't know if that was heard, but I'm wondering if it's just covering the room sound. And if it's just covering the room sound, that would be rough.
Yeah, because we're hearing more of the music.
Damn. See, that sucks. So that's not covering the thing then. That's not getting the audio from my drums, which it should be.
Yeah. You're right. It's covering the room.
Oh, that sucks.
I think so.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. You gotta, that's one thing about all this live streaming shit. Like, you got to learn as you go.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Let's see on this. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't understand how it's doing it because it gives me the option to select the mic that I'm using, and it won't. It's still reading my voice, which it shouldn't be.
Right. You want to tell us a little bit about your drum kit and what you use and whatnot, because there's a lot of people in the chat. I don't know, saying different things.
Okay, so yeah, since that's not working anyway, I'll just bring this over. So I use I have a Roland kit. It's a Roland VAD 507. It's It's all blacklight, custom done like stuff, a lot of vinyl, like rap stuff. I just update because my band live, like my band when we tour and stuff, my actual kit is I'm an SJC endorsed artist, and we I do a whole blacklight thing. I have like blacklight contacts, like everything's blacklight. It glows on stage with my sticks. Basically, the whole room is in here, but when we play on stage, we have the black lights. I have trick pedals. I use the Bigfoot the Pro Bigfoots, the V1 Pros. Other than that, I'm endorsed by right now. I'm in endorsements with Hun sticks, neons. I have my own signature stick here. I'm kind of in a feud with the company currently, but yeah, Solar Beats. I don't know if you can see that very well, but that is my name, my band, Morning in May. That's the Pink Panther.
Morning, what?
This is kind of my logo guy. Those are my sticks. Kind of 80s inspired, like zebra stuff. That's not all I play. I really play like metal stuff, like not metal, but like metalcore stuff typically. But I love 80s hair metal. That's what I grew up on. That's like a lot of the showmanship stuff I get.
And so, what's the name of your band? What's the name of your band again?
Morning, like the AM time in May. We just hit number 12 on the Billboard Hot Singles this week.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
That's awesome, man.
Yes, it's been it's cool. We just got back from tour. I just got back from tour like maybe 3 days ago. Yeah, we're just doing our thing. We have a bunch of festivals coming up this year, and that's really just my life. That's what I do. That's my career, and I've been drumming since I was a kid. Like my stepfather was a drummer. I grew up in New Hampshire, so
live free or die.
Yeah, live free or die. Granite State. The drummer from Godsmack can come over all the time and play in our basement. It's been in my blood forever.
That's so awesome, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on our little channel, man. I appreciate it. You can come on anytime.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, and it was a pleasure meeting you. And I was just scrolling through, and I saw somebody playing that they were like, "Oh, we're bringing people in." I was like, "Yeah, I'll pop in. Like, it'd be cool."
Yeah, I'm gonna bring in more of my. Yeah, we got so many friends that are guitarists and musicians from all over the country. So I thought, I'll bring them on.
No, that's so cool. And like, yeah, I heard you guys talking about people passing away and stuff. Like, I was an addict. I'm going on 6 years sober now, and like that's music, man. It's the band life and stuff. I had to take a little hiatus, we like to call it, my hiatus period. But I was doped out for a while and got my life back together, and I'm back doing what I love. It's the best thing in the world. So,
damn, sorry about that.
Of course.
My phone keeps popping out of my stand.
Oh no, you're good, man. Yeah, no, but it's just been I'm happy to just be back doing it, and this is all I love doing. This is all I do, man. Like it's been my life. I drum
no doubt,
60 hours a week. So
you're going on a tour, you said?
Oh yeah. I just got back 3 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah. We have plenty of stuff booked. This we have something next month, a little run. And then we have a few big festivals we're playing this year. We played Warped Tour before. We've been signed to like Tragic Hero is a record label. We've been signed to a division of Warner, division of Sony. We were just on. Like I said, we just hit number 12, our single called Shania Pain. Man, I Feel Like a Loser. It's like a play on Shania Twain's Man, I Feel Like a Woman. But, we just did a music video for that in Nashville, where the rest of the band's located, because I'm in Ohio, for a little bit longer. And yeah, we're just releasing stuff like left and right, and that one just charted, so that's cool. And like I said, we played Warped Tour 2018. We went on that run, and yeah, we're always doing something. We're always moving. I also tour with, I should say this, I also tour with the, have you ever seen American Pie, the movies? American Pie movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin from that movie, Thomas Nicholas, he was the one that dated Tara Reid in that movie. We're also his band. My lead singer and I are his backup band. So like I play drums, he actually takes over on bass and backing vocals, and we go on runs with him as well. We haven't gone, last one we went on I think was December, I want to say. Yeah, that's a cool little gig too. We play some pretty big theaters and like cool places and House of Blues and things like that. But he has a band. He's been doing music longer than acting, but he's that's another project I'm in. But I stay pretty loyal.
What's the name of your channel? I think they just put your channel. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's Andrew Drums OH, like Ohio.
Okay. Did you grow up in Ohio?
No, I grew up in New Hampshire. I spent like 23 years there, and then I moved to all my family's from Ohio, so I ended up going to Ohio. But I've been all around the country: Florida, New York. I've been everywhere, living. So yeah, I'm live.
I was born in Ohio.
What part? Medina. I'm like 50 minutes from Cleveland, about. Yeah, like 30 minutes from Akron.
I'm from where Dean Martin's from. What's up, Daniel Berry Sports Highlight?
Yeah, where's Dean Martin from?
Steubenville.
I feel like that's fairly close to here.
Well, in a relative sort of way.
Yeah, how far?
A few hours.
Oh, okay.
Probably 3 hours, maybe 4.
Oh, I thought
from where you're at.
My dad was a massive Dean Martin fan. Rat Pack.
Oh, this is a crazy question. But have you ever been to where they have the Indian burial mounds out there in Ohio?
No. I went to one festival, and that was in Buffalo, New York, and like a Native American festival. And I love Native American stuff. Actually, it's funny you said that, because right here I have this black light. I found this chief because we lived in Chippewa Lake, and I found this chief, and I black lighted it out.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like
that looks super cool.
Bust. Yeah, it's like a 3D bust of like a face that comes off that. It's a really cool piece.
Yeah.
I've never been though. Where is that?
I think I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's like Mound City or something. But the crazy thing about it is they think giants are buried over there.
Oh, is that the same place that has in the ground? It's buried. It almost looks like a snake structure.
Yes, it's a snake.
Yes.
Yes.
That's ancient. That's like an ancient burial spot.
Yeah, I went there as a kid.
Oh wow. Are you from?
I always think about it.
Yeah, I'd love to go see that. Are you from this area, or you just visited?
No. I'm from West Virginia, but we didn't have a hospital when I was born, so we had to go to Steubenville, Ohio, when I was born.
That's wild.
Yeah, it is.
We played West Virginia.
Yep.
We played a club right on the border, maybe 3 hours away from North Carolina. I forget what it was. They had crocodiles in the venue, or alligators in the venue. It was their pets. It was a wild venue. Yeah. Above me was a 10-point buck, head, and so I bounce my sticks off my snare and stuff, and off my toms, and I do a bunch of tricks when I'm playing, and the whole night I'm bouncing sticks up and looking up, and there's just this dead buck just mounted above me, and then the crocodile, the alligators. It was a wild place.
Yeah, it is. I don't doubt anything West Virginians do.
Yeah. No, it's cool though. I like it. We drive through. I mean, we're always just driving through there. I mean, we've been to every state many times over now, and I mean, we've been doing this for years. So,
well, what was your favorite place to play?
You know what? Surprisingly, we have a massive following and like a really good market in Iowa. Iowa treats us so well, and I'm a massive Slipknot fan. That's what got me into drumming. Like I heard the first self-titled album in '99, and I was obsessed. And I happened to meet Joey Jordison in Iowa like 2 years before he died. The drummer of Slipknot, my biggest like influence, and I met him. It was the wildest experience.
Rest in peace, Joey Jordison.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
I met him, man. It was crazy. It was just a weird thing. I was like, it's like I summoned him. Like I was playing. There was no one in this Guitar Center in the drum room. I was sitting because we have to pick stuff up along the tours, and I was just sitting there like tapping Slipknot songs on the electronic kits, and there wasn't even an employee in the drum room. And I looked back, and fucking Joey Jordison's at the counter with 2 snares, and I like couldn't even help myself. I blurted out. I was like, Joey, and then I went like, oh fuck, and then he turned around and we talked for like an hour and a half. We took pictures. I gave him he signed a stick for me. He took one of our band shirts and like a CD, and then we kept in touch up until he passed away. He was the nicest guy.
I believe it, man.
It was wild, man.
Yeah. So let's see. So how did you always play the drums, or were you inspired by other musical instruments when you were younger?
So my stepfather was a drummer, and I would grow up. I'd be downstairs at band practice all the time or whatever. And I started when I was like 4, but you're 4. I still remember like the day very clearly. I was watching Rugrats, and I was supposed to like practice, and I was like, I'm not practicing. And then like you just don't stick with things. So then I like It's always been around me and in my blood. So like when I was 9, I heard the Slipknot album. My sister got it, and the first album, self-titled, and that just sparked it for me again. I just went to my stepdad and my mom, and I was like, I want to play drums again. And then, I mean, it's been nonstop ever since. Like, 9 hours a day, 10 hours a day, like 60 hours a week, 50 hours a week. I've hit my 10,000 hours
awesome.
like 2 times.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's my life.
You
man.
You ever played New Orleans?
Yeah. Well, not in New Orleans. Outside of it. Fuck. What was that place?
Baton Rouge?
No, I want to say it was. Maybe it wasn't even near New Orleans. It was, but it's in Louisiana. I know that because I had to get a prescription filled there while I was on the road, and I think it was. I know it's near Mississippi. It's like near the Mississippi, like it's along like the bottom of Louisiana, I think.
Right on.
I want to say Shreveport, but I could be wrong. If that's a thing.
Shreveport is a thing.
In Louisiana.
I'm not. Yeah, it's in Louisiana, but yeah, I'm not that geographically good at it either. I mean, I do know it took us like an hour or 2 to get out of, or maybe an hour to get from New Orleans over to Mississippi.
Yeah, I just know in Mississippi we can smoke in the clubs, in the bars. It was wild. Like there's a few states that you can still rip cigarettes inside, and every time we get to a state that can, it's crazy. I'm like, what?
Yeah, man.
Reno, and I just smoke on stage.
Reno. Where at Reno?
No. Mississippi. There's a spot in Indiana that you can. There's a couple bars in Indiana you can, and like venues. And what's the other state? Shit. There's a couple of other states though. When we go and I see people smoking, I'm always like, I can smoke here, and then it feels so weird. I was born in the 1990s, so like I grew up with people smoking in the grocery store and shit, and like now you can't anywhere. So when I see it inside, I'm like, that's so weird. So whenever I get the chance, I spark like a cigarette, and I'll do the Ringo Starr while I'm playing, and Popeye myself, get smoke in my eye, and it's terrible, but we know that. But yeah, you know, like I said, drumming for me, it's just like, it's been more than just, it's my, like, I'm obsessed. I don't expect it. Like even my band mates, I don't expect anybody to practice as much as I do or play, but it's more than just like wanting to play or practice. It's like, it's my outlet, it's my vent, getting sober. Like I had to reteach myself how to play drums and shit. Like, because when you're high, you're on oxys or fucking heroin or fentanyl, like you get this false sense of confidence, and then you think you need that all the time to play. So you like addict yourself to playing fucked up, and then when you quit, you're fucked. You're like, I can't play drums anymore. I don't know how to play. So I had to like, I did know how to play obviously, but I didn't feel confident or good about it. So I had no desire to. So I had to like go back and redo everything.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. I mean, you related the drums to getting fucked up at some point.
Exactly. Yeah, and then it becomes you have to do it.
Right.
And it sucks.
Yeah, but you made it through that, and that's so awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I had a girlfriend at the time, and she never dealt with anything like that. She didn't even smoke weed. She never saw drugs in her life, and I was hitting it hard. I had left the oxys behind. I had gotten sober before a couple of years, and then relapsed. There was just a bunch of drugs around me, and I started doing heroin, but which isn't heroin anymore. I started snorting fentanyl, obviously, and shit. And she was starting to notice some stuff, even as somebody with no eye for drugs. And she just gave me an ultimatum, and I just cared about this girl at the time so much. I'd been with her like 4 years. She was like, "Hey, it's me. I can't do this. It's me or the drugs." And like, I didn't even wait for the sentence to get out of her mouth. I was like, "You." I was like, "Oh, I'll stop." And then I just cold turkeyed it like that day. Like not cold turkey. I ended up taking a Suboxone for 3 days, but like I literally like that day I was like, "Oh, I'll never touch it again." And she obviously had a hard time believing me, but I didn't. I never relapsed. I didn't do anything. And I scared myself a little bit because you don't realize how strong that street fentanyl is, that car fentanyl. I was doing something called Purple Death, and it was just in like Ohio and like Canada, Michigan, and a couple other states. But over the weekend, that one weekend, I think like 41 people overdosed or something on it. And I was like requesting that shit. That was my tolerance, and it scared me because when I tried to get sober that night, I was like, okay, I'll never do it again. I want this girl in my life. She's important to me. I made that decision, but then I started withdrawing like immediately, and I did oxys for years before that and stuff, and I would take like a quarter of a Suboxone and be fine for a few days after. This took like, I took one whole Suboxone. It did nothing. I was still in full-blown withdrawals. I took a second one, which is insane. Nothing. It took 3.5 to like even pull me out of withdrawals a little bit to like get by, and that's when I was like, oh, I'm fucking with some stuff that's like hardcore, like it terrifying, you know. So, and I had buddy. I mean, my class, my graduating class in New Hampshire, I think like 40 something people are dead in my graduating class alone.
Oh my god.
Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's real bad. So like, and I've had close calls and shit. I never shot up or anything, but like I was, you know, my nose went through several tens of thousands of dollars for sure. You know, and you ruin your life and shit. Friendships, relationships, you just fuck. Terrible.
Oh yeah.
And the one thing I'll say is nobody talks about this, and it's always like, if I can just get sober, I'll be good. But I'll tell you, 2 years into my sobriety, I was the most depressed and like wanting to literally get out of this world. Like I was considering it more so than ever being on drugs. 2 years into sobriety, because everything was just gray. It's blah. You literally are like,
yeah,
okay, nothing's going to be good. I thought this was supposed to be good now, like 2 years in. And it wasn't until like 3.5 years in that I like woke up one day and I felt like myself before I ever did drugs. Like I was like, oh, I just remember walking outside and I was like enjoying the sun, like the sun shining. I was like, that's a nice day out. And then I was like, that's weird. I haven't felt that in a while. And it took like 3.5 years. So anybody who's trying to get sober, just out there, like, just know it's not all good right away when you first get sober, but it will come. Like maybe it'll be shorter for you, maybe, you know, whatever, but if you don't feel right being sober, just keep pushing through, because one day you'll wake up and be like, fuck, this is great. I don't even remember this guy, you know? So, nobody talks about that enough. Like, they're like, yeah, just get sober and you're good. There's no book once you're sober, like how to, like, yeah, AA, you go to meetings,
Right.
AA. But, like, no one tells you, like, oh, yeah, you might not feel great. Everybody acts like it's going to be all good, you're sober, but it's not always the case. So, yeah,
it takes dedication.
Yeah, for sure. And
You know?
I think most addicts, I tell my buddy this, he's never drank. My lead singer's never drank a sip of alcohol. He's never smoked anything. He's never done a drug in his life. And I always tell him, like, yeah, drugs can be fun at first, but, like, most addicts, if you walked up to and asked them and said, like, hey, man, do you want to get sober? Like, do you want to be sober? If you could be sober today without having any withdrawals or having to go through that and struggle, like, would you do that? They'd be like, yeah, because they're sick and tired of doing it, dude. It's a full-time job. You're waking up, you're stealing, you're lying, you're fucking. It's the most stress. It's the hardest job you could have. Like, in the sense of, like, stress, you're killing yourself, dude. And it's like, and you know you're not right. So it's like, yeah, most addicts don't want to be addicts. It's just the way out is, like, fucking. You never want to go through withdrawals again. It seems impossible, even when you're on the maintenance drugs, and then getting off those. It's like, I try to help addicts whenever I can. If I wasn't a drummer, I was considering being, like, a substance abuse counselor, because I feel like a lot of these people try to help you and they've never done it. They've never gone through shit. I'll put my email out there for people. Like, if they need help, I always do that on YouTube comments or whatever.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, like,
absolutely.
It's AndrewDrumsOH@gmail. And same thing as my YouTube channel, just at gmail.com, AndrewDrumsOH. And I just try to, I'm not a doctor and whatever, but I can give you some tips and tricks if you're really trying to get sober, the ways that you can get through. I'm not saying it's going to be easy or it's, like, comfortable all the time, but I can definitely make it far more comfortable. And there's ways from people who have done it. Like, you know, drug addicts find a way. Criminals, like, in jail, they always innovative. They're you know, they have skills that they've learned from doing shit for years. Like, it's just the way that shit is. Like, you learn stuff, and because you have to survive. So it's like, you can get sober. It's not going to be awesome, but there's definitely a way you can do it pretty comfortably, like, without having to just be like, fuck, it's going to be terrible. And yeah, I just try to help out when I can, because it's not a matter of.
I think people. Like, do you think economic or class has anything to do with the rampant drugs? Because, I mean, it's usually the people that are poorer who rotate towards drugs, you know?
Yeah, I think in a way, I think that has a lot to do with it, because you feel hopeless. But I also think, I mean, I grew up in Nashua, New Hampshire. It's been voted best city in America 3 times. I grew up in, like, a New Hampshire and New England's a pretty wealthy area. The amount of suburban kids I saw get into drugs, it's usually the pills and shit, because it's not like they're not going to dope right away, but, like, I don't know that it's a class thing, because look at the, you know, child stars, look at people, like, who are rich parents. You're going to find those drugs if you want them, or, like, whether you're trying to cope with something or you just try it and you're just curious and then you get hooked. It's pretty easy. I don't know that it's a class thing for sure, because, like I said, I don't know anybody who's, like, poor.
Yeah, the more after I said that, now I'm starting to think, like, drugs pretty much affects every class of people.
Yeah, it's just different drugs at first, but you all end up in the same place. The richest of the rich will end up on the street next to the poorest guy who's been poor his whole life. It's just how long? How long is your leash? You know, how long? You know, how much? How thick is your wallet? Because eventually it's going to be like this. It's going to be empty. Like, I've seen people blow through $40,000 in 2 months. I mean, I've seen insane shit. So, like, yeah, I don't know that it is, but I know that, like, I know it's bad, and it's not a matter of if you're gonna die as a junkie. Like, if you're on dope, especially, it's when, because, like, you don't see 70-year-old active addicts. Like, you just don't. They die. They either quit or die. It's not. I'm not saying you're gonna die, and I hope you don't. I hope you get out before then. But it's like, the odds are you're going to die, and you'd always think it's not. Like, I had some rules for myself. I knew half-lives of drugs, and I would like leave a 6-hour window always before I went to bed. Like, at least some of the drugs out of my system. If I go to bed, my respiratory rate slows. It's already a respiratory depressant. I would think like that, and I think that kept me safe a lot of times. But I'd have friends who'd wake up in the middle of the night, turn over, snort a line of fucking fentanyl, and then fall back asleep. And then I'd be up all night because I'm like, well, now I'm not going to bed because I got to fucking watch this motherfucker. So if you're going to be dumb, you got to be smart. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's an oxymoron, but like, you got to kind of think of those things. Like, or you're going to die. And like, I had close calls, and I thought of myself as a pretty safe drug addict, like, which is insane again to say, but I took little precautions that would at least give me a better chance of surviving and living, you know? So it just sucks. Yeah, it sucks losing a bunch of people, and there's no real solution. Like, the country, let's give more maintenance programs. That's cool. And I don't care if somebody's on, I hate when people rip on like Suboxone or methadone's tough because you can still get fucked up on methadone. It doesn't have the ceiling, but like Suboxone has a ceiling in your brain, like on the receptors. So at 24 milligrams, you can get 3 days or 2 days of like a little bit of a buzz. You might catch a nod. After that, it literally gives you no more euphoria. So I don't give a shit if somebody's on that for the rest of their life. At least they're not dead. Like, don't judge people. They're trying to get sober, and if they're on that the rest of their life, I don't suggest it, but like, if it keeps you alive, good. Who gives a fuck? They're not getting high. Like, they're not. You don't.
Yes,
I know that for a fact.
absolutely.
You know, so I don't judge people, and I hate when people are like, yeah, saying you're sober on Suboxone is like saying, no, it isn't, because you've never done Suboxone, and also you don't understand that there's a ceiling as far as the effects of the drugs go, and it's a very strong drug that binds to receptors like crazy. It also blocks getting high on other drugs when you're on it, so like, get there, do it. There's a lot of free programs. If you're on like Medicare or Medicaid, anything like that, there's Work It Health program, online program.
You should be back. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. I was just saying that there's programs. If you're on government assistance at all and you're an addict, Work It Health is an online app. They'll send you the drug tests. I'm not, whatever, you know, I think it's terrible. I think it's a bad idea to still use and just pass the drug test and get to the drugs, because I did that for a while where I would just get the drugs for days I didn't have my drugs. But like, if you're really trying to get sober, Work It Health. It's free. If you have government assistance, if you have insurance, it's free. So like, they'll send you, they write your prescription for Suboxone. Like, you can get sober. They have weekly meetings you have to like attend, or like monthly meetings once you get there. And you can get sober. It's pretty easy.
Daily meetings.
What?
They have daily meetings.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
for sure.
You can, yeah, they have groups. Like, it's all through the phone. It's all online, and you can do it from anywhere. And yeah, it's a great thing. That's what I used, and I also used Kratom for a while. I not like store Kratom, like the smoke shop Kratom. Like, some guy from Indonesia who knows us sent it like a bag, a kilo and a half of it or something to me, like straight green Kratom. And that helped me when I was trying to get off the Suboxone. That, because the Suboxone is longer, but it's more mild withdrawal. So like, it would help me like for like 4-hour periods. So I'd drink some tea of it. It would get me by for like 4 hours. Then I'd feel like shit. So I'd have to drink another glass. But like, when you're trying to get out of withdrawals, 4 hours is fucking a heaven sent. You know, you're like, dude, 4 hours of like feeling fine. Okay. And if you just can keep doing that, you're good. And I don't suggest this, but I used alcohol as well. Like, I don't have a problem with alcohol. I mean, on the road, I could drink a fifth a night, but I could also drink that 4 days in a row and then not drink for 2 years. Alcohol was just never my thing, but I did use that to get off Suboxone as well. I would just drink a couple nights, and then I'd be like, okay. And I also felt like that had an effect of like pulling the drug out a little faster, which is kind of a crazy theory. But
be careful with that alcohol, though.
Yeah, and then again, if you have a problem with alcohol, you don't want to do that. That's a bad idea.
But, well, I'm 50 years old. I'm 50 years old, and I lived in New Orleans for years, and I was around people drinking, and I never really felt the bug.
No.
Like I could stop, like you say, for 2 years or whatever.
Yeah,
but now that I'm getting older, I could almost see myself falling into that, just drinking.
Yeah,
You
I did for like 2 years straight, like a lot, and again, not even addictive. Like the amount was it like an addict? Somebody would be like, "You're drinking way too much," but I just have a high tolerance from all the shit I've done. But like, I didn't care whether we did or didn't. I just was a lot when I was with the band. We were touring a lot, and you're meeting women, and it's just like you're drinking all the time. But I think that did me a favor because I can't even like look at certain alcohols. I'm like, oh, dude, like I think about that. It just tastes like shit. I'm just like, it's disgusting.
I don't drink wine. I don't drink fucking wine.
Dude, it's so gross, man. Like all of it is just, none of it tastes good. Like it's just, you're trying to, I'm pounding it to try to get to that place. But like, yeah, I could take or leave alcohol. Those who have a problem with it, my stepfather is an alcoholic, and he's always struggling, going through it, not going through it. He's a responsible guy. He's a truck driver, line haul driver. He makes like $100K a year. He lives in New Hampshire still, but he drinks all the time when he's not driving. He goes to his job, works 15, 16 hours, and then when he gets home, that's what he does. But the problem with alcohol that I always say, I'm so thankful I don't have that addiction, is, $3 you can get it. It's everywhere too. You can get it at the local corner store. Like if I can't find oxys or heroin, I'm fucked. I can't walk into a Walgreens and get it. It's not $3 either. So it's like there were safeguards there in a way, but like alcohol, it you just have to scrounge up a few bucks if you're an addict, and you're fine. So it's a dangerous, slippery slope, man. I'm just thankful I don't have that addiction, but it's a tough one.
Absolutely.
I definitely feel for alcoholics.
So you play an electronic kit when you're at home.
Yeah.
You do play some electronic stuff on state or when you're out too, or what?
No. I play SJC drums. I have pretty much the same setup here. That's one thing I try to do, is like keep everything relative to what it will be on stage. I like to practice like I'm gonna be playing a show. I grew up playing hockey my whole life, so like I'm big on like a few things that I took from sports. Practicing like you're playing the game, like do exactly what you're gonna do, and it'll play out when the big times come. And then also filming yourself. Like I've been filming every drum session I do since like 06, 05. Like I film everything, I review it, I watch it back, I watch all of our sets we play, all my practices. That's why I live stream. I'm not trying to build this massive channel. If that happened, cool. It gets exposure for the band and me, but like it's really for me to go back and review. It's just an easy platform to do it on. And I do a lot of showman stuff. Like I'm Tommy Lee, a huge fan of Tommy Lee and his drumming style and just the showmanship. And I grew up on 80s hair metal stuff. So like a lot of that showman stuff that, I've come up with a few of my own moves that nobody does. And like, I have a real thing going, but what you think you look like on stage is not what you look like on stage. So I always tell anyone, film yourself, dude, because what you think you're doing, you're probably not. And when you watch it back, you'll find things that you hate or you love. But that's how some things get thrown into our set, because I'm like, oh, that's a cool move. I'll keep doing that. Or when I do this, that looks good. You want to refine it to like, I'm now where I am. Like, I'm now at the place that like, I am the drummer I wanted to be when I was a kid. Like look wise, on stage, everything. But it's taken years of watching myself and reviewing and being like, that looks dumb. Don't do that on stage. I hate when I do that. And I'm my toughest critic. People try to rip on you or like comments, little things. I'm like, you couldn't possibly. I've spent over 20,000 hours drumming. Like, I am my biggest critic always. So anything you're going to say, I've put too much time in. Like, when you have done something or you do something 50, 60 hours a week, like, there's no arrogance. You've put in the work. Like, so you can't tell me, like, oh, I'm a bad drummer. Like, no, I'm not. I do it professionally. Also, like, I put in the work. If you put in the work on something, it'll pay off. But, like, also just ripping on little things. It's like, dude, You have no idea. The things I say to myself, I'm so hard on myself. If you ever watch my live stream, I'm cursing myself out all the time. I'm like, you fucking idiot. Like, I'm just very hard on myself, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's good, you know? It's kept me and got me where I am, and you gotta be, you know? Because I'll tell you what, people come out of the woodwork. People will shit on you as you get bigger, but also, like, you're in the wrong business if you can't handle criticism. Music industry, like, it's so small as well. You'll start to notice everyone knows everybody, so you don't want to talk bad about people. And then also, like, people are always going to shit on you. And then you're always going to have people who love you, too, and that's just as bad as hate. Because, like, I'll post that Billboard thing. Oh, yeah, we hit number 12 on the charts. And I'll get 15 messages from people from my high school or something like, wow, you know, like, I haven't talked to them in fucking 10, 15 years. They'll message me like, always knew you were going to make it. I remember you were talking about drums. I was like, I didn't even play drums then, like, in 3rd grade. So I know you're just being like, you're trying to, like, you know, what do you want? Like, what do you want from me now? Like, you're coming out of the woodwork. Like, it's so good or bad. It's all, just, you can't pay any attention to any of it. Like, I love a good compliment. I love, like, entertaining people, but like I said, good or bad, it's not good to, like, pay attention to. Joe Rogan talks about all that all the time too. Like, fuck the comments. Fuck, like, giving whatever to those, because reading all good comments is terrible for you, and reading all bad comments is terrible for you too.
Yeah,
you just gotta be.
It's interesting. Yeah, I do art, and I've noticed that people come up and they'll be like, "That shit sucks. That's stupid. You need to take that down." And then someone else would run up and be like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's the
Here,
other thing.
take
Art's
my
subjective.
money." You know,
art
right?
Is subjective.
Subjective's a great word.
There's no. I always tell people that there's no stats. Like, I grew up playing hockey. There's no leading goal scorer in drumming or music or art or drawing. It's subjective. It's what you want it to be, and it's your vision of it. And, like, those people I find who make comments like that about stuff of yours or mine, anything, they're the most miserable motherfuckers in the world, and they're just unhappy. They haven't done anything. They haven't chased any dream. They have no dream in sight. And I've been there because I've been miserable. I've been the guy who was a drug addict and my life was shit, and I wasn't doing music. I left that for a little bit, and I remember, like, just being pissed off one day and just like, this sucks, like, saying shit like that, and then going like, oh yeah, it's because I'm miserable. And then also,
right,
like, I always tell people who do that, show me a post from one successful person, anybody. You can pick anybody. Send me one where they did that wasn't provoked first, like Ronnie Radke of Falling Reverse. People come at him and then he just responds back. But, like, nobody who's worth anything in any field does that. You don't go hate on lesser than, and you don't go talk down, and you definitely don't shit on other people in your field, because, like I said, the music industry goes like this. It gets so small at the top, everybody knows everybody, and that will fuck you eventually. We've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
Times, you know, so.
Oh, yeah.
It's only unhappy, miserable people doing that. So I just go like, oh, sorry, bud. Work on yourself. Come back. Learn a skill. Do whatever. But, like, no one asks for your opinion.
Right.
You know, better yourself. I know how it is. I'm not going to get into all of that through a comment, but, like, if you're making those comments, that's loser shit. That's, like, loser behavior, you know? I mean, that's just nobody's successful. You know, so.
And it's a window into the way what they're thinking about. And sometimes it's very cringe for me to think that this guy wakes up in the morning and thinks about that specific
absolutely
negative thing he said.
It's mirroring. It's like they're always like, it's like, oh, you want to say that to yourself, like, whatever you're commenting on my thing, you feel that, you just feel that about yourself, and it sucks because it's a shit place to be, waking up and, like, being in that negative fucking space right away. I remember when I was an addict, I'd say a phrase all the time to myself, and I had to, like, correct myself. I'd catch myself for years always just going, this sucks, and somebody'd go, what sucks? And I'd never have an answer. It was just this thing this mantra I kept saying all the time. Just this negative, like, this sucks. Well, life sucks right now, you know? And my stepdad told me something one time, you know, when you're an addict, you're calling family members and people, hey, the only time you're calling is you're trying to get money or scam some shit, or you're fucked up and now you want to talk. That's a big one for addicts. And like, he just called me one day and he was like, hey man, or I called him and he answered the phone and he was just like, hey, I just want to talk to you. Cause he's, you know, he deals with addiction too. And he's like, if you're always only calling for something and not seeing how people are, or you don't care, or you're only calling when you're fucked up, eventually no one's going to answer on the other end. Like eventually no one's going to be there. They're not going to answer the phone. So like,
right.
You need to stop calling people for that, you know? Pick up the phone when you're not fucked up. Pick up the phone, just say hi. Not to ask for something, not to fucking, you know, rant because you're fucked up, like that, and you're feeling good that day. It's like, yeah, you got to look at that. You got to look at that stuff. Like, you're miserable and you're bringing misery to other people all the time when you're in that space. So, like, even there, like, dude, it's just exhausting. I don't want to pick up the phone. You know, I don't want to deal with it. It's always negative. You're always saying how it sucks and life sucks, but you never do anything about it, and I can't do anything for you. So you're really leaving me no choice. Like, you got to really, like, I'm not thankful I was an addict, but I am thankful for the time I took away from drums and everything in my life. And I was not like a part
and
of
what
drug
you
addict.
took, like what you did with yourself to fix it, right?
Exactly. Like
Make
I was
yourself
isolated.
right.
I would isolate myself. I mean, like Nikki Sixx talking about doing drugs in his closet. He'd have a mansion and he would sit in his closet and do drugs. Well, I had a walk-in closet, and I remember for some reason I'd always be sitting in there getting fucked up. Like I never partied with people. I'd always get my drugs and go home, and I would do drugs alone.
Yeah.
And I would just sit and think, why the fuck am I doing this? Like sometimes I'd sit for 2 hours looking at a line, like contemplating, like I don't want to do this anymore, but like I need to, but I got to figure out what the fuck is going on. And I really had to like reflect and like look inward, like, but also look outward, like at other people in my life, like everybody now, like just some understanding for people and some like, so many people are one way. They have a mirror in front of their own face and they only think in this sphere. They're never like, well, what's this dude going through, or this person, or like, oh, I've been there, like, you know. So I just think like that time that I spent, I was an addict for like close to a decade, 9 years, like it, and on and off. I'd get like a little, just about a year sober, and I'd relapse, you know, or something. So I spent a lot of time, man. You know, my 20s were good, but they were also bad, and I wasted a lot of time. And I think when my dad passed away, my real father from cancer, like I was like, oh, dude, I've been in a fog. Like I'm not even present. I haven't been present in life the last like 10 years. And I just remember being like, fuck, I don't even remember.
Sorry for your
Thank
loss.
you. Thank you. And like, yeah, that was a big turning point too. Like, oh damn, you got to appreciate people while they're here. And also like, life isn't worth living in a fog. Those years flew by and I don't even remember them really, you know? And it's like, yeah, it's a waste. It's a waste. And when you get out of it, you're like, dude, I wasted so much time. It sucks. But don't feel like you're on the back foot. Life is a fucking journey, you know? It doesn't matter. Like, don't compare yourself to other people. You got out of it, whatever. Now it's up to you. It's singular, your journey, your life. You're the Sims character. But like, you can't beat yourself up about it. Just like take lessons from it. I try not to make the same mistake twice, whatever it is. You know, like, okay, you did that. Don't do it again, man. Learn from it. Think about it. I mean, I definitely didn't have a good experience being a drug addict. I'd sit sometimes and bawl my fucking eyes out like a bitch. Like, just I was miserable, you know, but I was still doing it. So it's like I spent a lot of time. Like I spent more time. I wasn't working at the time either, on and off a ton of times. I'd get a job, be great for 2 weeks, get a check, never show up again, quit. You know, I just lived like that. It was insane. I was living with my parents on and off, and it was just a miserable existence. But I needed that time because I got more time to think alone in my own head than any human should really have. Honestly, I think it's at some point it becomes detrimental. But like, it was good for me to figure some shit out. And I worked at this carpet place in Florida, and we'd get paid on Fridays. And I think I got paid on Wednesday 14 weeks. Dude, that's like what a drug addict does. Like I'd walk in and be like, hey, Gene, my boss, this woman. I'd be like, yeah, my uncle's sick. I gotta I'm going to need my check today. And she'd write me a check. And like everybody, one day, finally, after like 14 weeks, she's like, hey, we get paid on Fridays. That's when we get paid. So like, yeah, we're not doing this Wednesday thing anymore. But like, it's so insane that I'm like getting paid 2 days early. Like, it's insane. But
yeah,
that's just like the life you live, man. You live crazy. You know, and then I quit immediately.
yeah.
As soon as that was over, I was like, I'm done.
Oh, I burnt through some jobs. I bet I got you beat.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've done them all. Like, and you leave because it's like, all right, I've done what I need to do. Or one day, the thing with being a dope addict is that like you're good when you have the drugs. You'll start, you'll have money, you'll plan your week out for how you're gonna get fucked up each day, and then the next week comes, then the tolerance builds, and then now you're not making it through the weekend anymore. So Monday comes and you're withdrawing, and you're like, I quit. I'm not fucking doing this. I'm not withdrawing at this job right now. And then you quit. So that's always the cycle. You'll never keep a job like as a dope addict like that, you know? So yeah, I burned through some, or I'd take the company car and be gone for 3 hours, meeting my fucking drug dealer down in some other, saying I had like a job to go measure like for the carpets, and I'd be gone like 3 hours. I got caught one day. I was nodding off. I had a driving job, like driving people to their hospital, doctor's appointments and shit. And I fell asleep at a light one time, and like the lady reported me. And
Oh my
lost
God.
that job. Yeah. Like I've done it all. So,
Wow.
how many jobs do you think? And why did you quit? Like, why? What was your thing? Like, why were you like, oh, I'm just out?
I don't know, man. It could be, it could boil down to something as simple as attitude.
Oh yeah.
It could boil down to just having to interact with the wrong energies, because that's who was employed at the job. So it wasn't really like, and it's just, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. Also, I come from a place where it was survival. So you were constantly trying to get any job.
Yeah.
And I just got to the point where I didn't give a fuck anymore. And I was just like, I mean, I'm not going to say, I mean, I've always smoked weed, but
Yeah. I did for years.
It was just it's like you're a drummer, a musician.
Yep.
And you're an artist. You are an artist.
Yeah.
So what that means to society in the mechanical employment world versus a lifestyle and like the essence of who you are, is two totally different things.
For sure.
And
9 to 5.
they clash. Right. And you've heard the term soul sucking job.
Absolutely. It's so true.
So right. And to me, when I analyze work and everything, I think this is something that people do that's painful to them.
Yeah.
They hold out to get this money. That it pulls out any kind of independent thought.
Absolutely.
There's just no, crazy.
And you're miserable.
And no one's getting paid right.
Yeah, most people are miserable, and they have to do it. Like they have a kid or they get married, and then they're trapped. I can't leave this job if I wanted to.
Exactly.
That's why.
I'm just waiting to get enough money. I'm just waiting to get enough money. I'm going to do this and that. Man, when you're an actual artist and you figure out, like when you know yourself and you know that I'm Andrew, I'm a drummer through and through.
Yep.
You have to go with that 100%.
Oh, absolutely. Because
you know what I mean?
You'd be miserable. My stepfather told me that too. He grew up in he was playing a lot out in the 70s, and he had a pretty big band up in the Northeast, and they were making good money. And he always just told me, hey, a job where you're drumming and getting paid, if you make enough to survive, is the best life you could have. That's the best. Who cares? You're doing what you love and you're surviving on it.
You're happy.
Like, if that's the minimum, if you can do that, great. That beats the hell out of working someplace you're miserable and, surviving all the same. So you might not have everything you want, but like, you know, if it all works out, and it has worked out well for me now, but you know, but even if I was a cover music, like I'm moving to Nashville in a few months, and like you can make a few $1,000s a week. Literally every night there's a band. If you're a cover band, you join a cover band on the side, pays your bills. And you know, I have another obviously gig. I play professionally. You know, I play with my band and we make money. But like, you could do that and survive just on that. So it's like that's
so you're gonna
go where you can make it.
You're gonna play Nashville every night now?
Yeah, I'll probably end up once I'm down there. When I first get down there, anytime we're not on tour, because I'm just obsessed. I play every night anyway. I might as well go get paid for it as well. You know, so like when I'm down there, I'll find some cover act. I mean, I can play thousands of songs, and I mean, there's songs people have requested me on my live streams. Hey, play this song. I've never heard it in my life, but after you've done it for so many years, like there's a formula to songs. You can figure it out. Like I can hear a drummer, I can hear the beginning of a song and know what structure relatively it'll be. And once I start playing, I only need 1 second to hear the groove. I know the verse. I know there's going to be a change here. I know most of the time how the structure is, that it's a formula, how it's going to play out. And I can usually guess the fills pretty well, because there's only, say you come to the end of a verse and you're going to a pre-chorus or a chorus, there's only a selection, whatever you're playing, there's only a few like slots of selections that make sense to do here. And if it's a mainstream artist or a radio artist, you know even less then. There's going to be less selections of like fills you would do or not do. You start learning these things through time and just hearing thousands of songs and learning thousands of songs and playing and just writing music as well. You start to know like what makes sense and what doesn't. And I'm self-taught, and I spent like the first 10, 12 years of my drumming in a basement 9 or 10 out 11, 12 hours a day playing all the greats music and other music I loved. So I also have a good way of learning songs. I can learn songs like that. Like I procrastinated before the tour that we went on with the guy from American Pie, and I had a 20-song set list to learn in 3 days. And I was like, oh fuck, I had never heard these songs before in my life. They're his originals. And I was like, oh, I might have pushed this one a little too far, but I've learned 7 songs on the way to a venue, you know? So like that becomes a skill as well, like learning things and knowing what's going to happen. So like Nashville's a piece of cake for me. You know, not most people grew up playing in bands with their friends, garage bands. They never got that ability to like pick up and learn something quick necessarily. So like I have that ability. A lot of people in Nashville, like they're not gonna. I know I hang out with musicians and my bandmates, even we've had in the band, where I'm like, hey, learn these songs for our band, and like they'll be like, oh, it's gonna take me a couple weeks, and it like blows my mind. But I also have to understand like that's not how everybody works. I mean, a lot of those drummers on YouTube, they sit down and they like work out a song. You know, they take a couple weeks to like, this is how I'm gonna play the drum cover. Like I said, I'll flick on a song I've never heard before in my life and play it. You know, either you can improv on it, like do some improv and like get by and it sounds great, or you can try to be true to it, and it's just a matter of hearing 1 second. And if at all I go like, oh wait, that's not right, I just go, huh, catch it, and then I'm on. You know, so that's what I'll do probably. I've never.
What do you think the weather? What's the weather going to be like there?
Better than here. It was like -4 the other day, or -11 the other day. So.
Oh my gosh.
Good. Yeah, I lived in Florida for a while, so like, I know the hottest of the hot down there. Well, Arizona's crazy too, but Florida, you know, humid, hot, and then I've lived up in New Hampshire, so I've lived at the top and the bottom, and I'm fine with whatever. Also, we spent years sleeping in the Sprinter van on tour. Like, some nights you're freezing. We were driving through Montana one night, and it was like 3 hours till the next like truck stop, because that's where we'd stay, or Planet Fitness. We'd park there and sleep. Saves a lot of money on hotels and shit. It's not worth it, you know, when you're in a band at first, especially. And we were driving through Indian reservations, so there's no stopping. We couldn't stop, and we're like, it's 3 a.m. We're exhausted. We're like passing out in a snowstorm in Montana, and we finally break the line of like the Indian reservations where we can stop, like just anywhere at a gas station, and we slept at this like a big like rinky dink fucking gas station. I don't even know that it was a gas station. I think it was like a convenience store / like fuel hub for like home heating.
A Flying J?
And,
was it
yeah,
a Flying J?
It's crazy.
What's the other one? There's Flying J, and then there's another truck stop
Flying
like
J,
that.
Loves Pilot, Flying J, TA.
Yeah.
There's Quick Trips. I mean, dude, we frequent them. Sometimes we just stop for nostalgia.
Sinclair.
We love it. Oh yeah, Come and Go in Iowa, Sinclair. I mean,
Buc-ee's.
Valero. We've seen it all.
What about Buc-ee's?
Oh, it's a staple. We just brought a new sound guy out this last tour, and we hit a Buc-ee's, and he had never been. It's always exciting to bring somebody to the first Buc-ee's, and we hit a Buc-ee's, and we all went in and did our thing because we've been there a billion times, and we're like, "Where's Rob, the new sound guy?" And he walks out. He has a fucking Buc-ee's sweater on. He bought a jacket as well, Buc-ee's. He has like a pillow, like a Buc-ee's like little like fake chip bag pillow, and then like a blanket. We're like, "You like Buc-ee's, huh?" Like, people love fucking Buc-ee's. It's crazy to me, but it's a cool place. It's cool, but it's like, let's just get the fuck in and out and go. It's just It's just a bigger gas station to me, you know. But
awesome.
To get one.
I love traveling.
Oh, me too.
All the different Walmarts.
Yeah, Walmart used to be the place until COVID. Now they're not 24 hours. It sucks, but especially when I was drinking, I used to go into Walmart like 4 a.m. and ride one of those carts, carts, and just ride around drunk as shit, just checking shit out, just on those carts. No one messes with you. You tell them you're in a band. They're like, "Oh, cool." They talk to you for a minute, let you fuck off, you know. Planet Fitness as well. We'd stop there. Usually they're in the same plaza, Planet Fitness and like a Walmart, and typically close, if not in the same one. And 4 a.m. drunken water massages, like those hydro beds. We never worked out like once. We just go in there and get my back beat up from fucking wave hydro jets. I'd just be like, "Oh, this is the best thing ever." Like, especially as a drummer, man, you get sore and shit, your muscles, and like Planet Fitness was a godsend for a while. We do a lot less of that now. Hotels. We stayed in a hotel this last tour. There was a Starbucks inside the hotel, and it was like it was too fucking rich for our blood.
Sean's back on there. What's up, Sean?
How's it going,
I got like 20 minutes, and I got to go to New Cumberland.
Oh no, that's cool,
right on.
I gotta run anyway. I got some stuff to do, and I gotta get on a call with our booking agent. So I've been getting texts this whole time, but yeah, man, it was a real pleasure talking to you, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. Anytime,
Andrew. Hey, congratulations on your sobriety, dude. Like I was listening.
Thank you, brother.
I was watching on YouTube for about 20 minutes, and like you hit everything that I experience in terms of like the recovery process, man. You got to dump everything and you got to start the fuck over. And you have, like you said, you have to take care of yourself, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're all one, man. We all know. Like anybody who's ever done anything like that, addiction.
Yeah.
You're me, I'm you. We all know this stuff.
Yeah.
Like it resonates, and that's why.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I want to help people. Anybody needs help, man.
Me too. I help everybody, dude. Yeah.
But
like I said, I was in the submarine force for 20 years, and I stopped drinking about 25 years ago when the Japanese police took me to the national embassy. It was almost a national incident.
Dude, well, good for you, man. That's awesome to hear too. Sobriety is not easy, dude. So
it's not. And all I do, I smoke weed every day, but that's my medication, man. Like that takes off the edge of my other prescribed medications can't.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I have narcolepsy, so I have to take Adderall, and when I was fucked up, it never bothered me. I smoked weed every single day. I loved it. I still love weed. I have no problem with weed. I always tell people, do what you gotta do, man. I don't care what you do. Just be safe. But it started interacting, and I'd bug the fuck out. I was starting to bug out.
And you recognize that, and that's awesome because some people, I don't know, like you said, they have a mirror on their face. I know exactly what you meant by that because I feel the same way. about a lot of people around here.
Yeah.
And I tell you, New Cumberland, man, like back, because I grew up with Mike. He was one of my best friends. And like he just said, like it's like all the guys out of there that did something with their lives are so fucking creative.
Yeah.
Like they're making guitars. I did my thing. You know, I got some music on Spotify. I'm very passionate at it. Mike has his thing. My other friend, Mike Jenkins, you know,
he did it in the chat so I can check it out after this.
I will, yeah. I'll put a link to Spotify. That is not my original music though. It's my daughter's husband's band. Okay. And there's only 3 of us, and I only played the bass. And I mixed it and I mastered it and I did everything like for the production and stuff.
Oh shit!
So I'll put it in there.
I would love to check it out, man. I would love.
Yeah, I'll put it in there right now. Actually, thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
please
I just wanted to tell you that before you left because I'm proud.
Dude.
Like, yeah,
that means a lot, man. I really appreciate that. That does mean a lot to me. And
I'm glad.
Anytime, like I said, you follow me and I'll follow you guys back.
I already followed you actually.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I found the links and.
Yeah, send the link because I'm gonna check that when I get off, and I'll save it, and I'll go to Spotify and put that in. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. It's been a pleasure. Just a random checking out, looking through streams, scrolling, and I found you guys, and it's been a real
glad
pleasure.
you did,
and,
man.
Yeah, me too. And keep in touch. And if you guys ever need anything, like I said, dude, addiction, not addiction, music, just a fucking chat. You need an ear. I'm here, man. I got too much time on my hands. I'm a musician. I do nothing else. So I'm up late. I'm up early. I pretty much never sleep.
Nice. Just look for us. We'll be on here.
Absolutely, brother. You guys take care. And
have a great night.
You too.
Later.
Bye.
Ooh, what happened? Sean got kicked off too? Oh, he said he only had 20 minutes, maybe. I don't know. What is this? Oh, cool. All right.